Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up, which must mean that we're on.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome, Facebook peeps. We are here at New Day Therapy, and today we wanted to do a Facebook Live where we introduce our newest staff member, newest employee, newest professional, Paige Waddell.
Hello.
Nurse practitioner, and she is joining us, and she's going to be starting next week.
Yay.
Yeah. So probably
Excited.
and I think we're deciding maybe Tuesdays and Wednesdays at this point.
Yes.
And one of the things that we like for this kind of practice is to not only have counseling services or traditional talk therapy, but also someone that can look at and evaluate and manage medications if that's appropriate for the person. So, but to introduce Paige, we wanted to hear straight from you, Paige.
Okay.
A little bit about who you are, where you're from, and some of your experience and schooling and those kinds of things. So,
I was born and raised around here, in Marietta, Parkersburg area. I have 2 kids, a boy who's 7 and a little girl that's 5. I graduated from Warren, and then I went to Washington State Community College for my associates in nursing, and then I got my bachelor's from OU.
which I think is a fine choice there.
Yes, love OU, the Bobcats.
Yeah, I liked it so much I got both my degrees there.
Yeah, and then I got my family nurse practitioner certificate from Waddell University, which is in
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minneapolis. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Minnesota.
Did you have to go up there?
No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Did you want to?
No.
Okay.
Nope. It was all online.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, there's still time.
And then I'm also going to be starting in May to get my psychiatric nurse practitioner certificate through University of Cincinnati.
Is there anything in particular that kind of led you towards psychiatric or mental health kind of stuff?
The opportunity, but I've always loved psych and mental health. I have family members with psychiatric and mental health and substance abuse issues, so any way that I can help them and better understand what they're going through and what they've been through and what helps them, then
It's near and dear to your heart.
Yes, very.
Yeah. And so you also had some experience working in as an ER nurse.
Yes, I was a nurse a little over 9 years before I became a nurse practitioner. I worked in everywhere. I worked surge peds, and then pre-post PACU, and then I went to the ER. I worked in big ER and little ER. So.
Yeah. Is there any particular experiences in any of those units that kind of prepared you for mental health?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. You get a taste of everything. From depression to Alzheimer's to dementia to, schizophrenia. And learning how to deal with each one of those and try to help them.
Yeah. Who do you find, as I'm working with people in counseling, there are people that, talk therapy is going to be the way that they need to kind of sort through things. And then there's other people that need a little additional assistance, and that's when I often bump them over to, a nurse practitioner or a prescriber or someone to do those evaluations.
Right.
Who do you see as a good candidate that might benefit from that kind of service? What kind of things might they be dealing with?
Everything from depression to anxiety. Sometimes therapy helps. Sometimes, people can manage it themselves. But when they can't, then, they come see me. Psychiatric, schizophrenia, bipolar, ADHD, a little bit of everything. And it's studies have shown that therapy along with medication management is one of the best things for mental health. And reading something the other day, it hit home that mental health, it of course, I've always told people mental health is, it can affect your physical health. Physical health can affect your mental health. So it needs to be a balance. And, going to someone, a therapist, or to medical management, medication management, should be as just going to your regular doctor. It should just be a regular doctor checkup. Shouldn't be stigmatized as a bad thing if you're seeing a therapist or seeing somebody for psychiatric medications.
I feel like some of that has changed in recent years, that people are getting more open and accepting to that, although I feel some of that stigma still exists,
Mm-hmm.
and can be strong enough to prevent people from coming.
Absolutely.
What are some of the fears that and common concerns, or maybe even misconceptions that someone coming in to see you, or that might prevent someone from coming to see you? What are some of the things that they get concerned when you talk to them about medications? And
pretty much, they want to know if you're going to share it with everybody, if other people can
So their privacy.
know about it, their privacy, and I always tell them their privacy is what happens in here unless they're threatening themselves or others, and then it stays with us. But it's general health management. If you're on an SSRI or antidepressant or something for your anxiety, shouldn't look to be a bad thing. You're trying to help yourself.
how do people know when something might be looked at as a short-term treatment strategy for medication, as opposed to, and a lot of this is probably going to be case by case, but
Yeah.
there's some people that benefit from being on medications for a long time.
Right. If it's something that's not situational, it's your serotonin isn't up where it needs to be. Sometimes it's just a short term. Sometimes you just need to get through what's got you in the place that you're in now. And sometimes if you can get out of it, sometimes you don't need to be on medication forever, but sometimes you do. It's just, like you said, case by case. But, there's nothing wrong with, it's just like taking something for your blood pressure or something like that. If your serotonin levels aren't evened out, then your depression isn't going to be evened out.
Well, I've seen some people that will actually see that as a personal deficit, where they're blaming themselves for, I can't seem to get over this hurdle, or I can't seem to get past this. And it's not necessarily something that they're doing wrong, but they're fighting their own brain chemistry.
Right.
So sometimes people will beat themselves up over those kinds of things.
It's not something they can control. It's just, sometimes you just need that little bit of boost.
And sometimes they don't know it until they feel the difference of something that helps to even that out.
Yeah, I've had people that I've just changed them from one SSRI to another, and they felt amazing.
Something clicked.
Something clicked, something evened out, and they felt totally changed. And that's definitely what we strive for, to make people feel their best.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too that we're real excited about here is the combination of therapy and medication management. And not everyone is going to need both, but it's nice to have both of those options available. And sometimes I'll bounce people over when life is particularly hard and they need an extra little boost to get through things. And then sometimes they manage well on for long-term clients that need medication. Sometimes we'll have times where the road gets a little bumpy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably a nice option for you to be able to bounce them over to a therapist.
Yes.
And of course, in conversations we've had, checking in, having two clinicians being able to check in with each other to say, what are you seeing, and how are you seeing this?
Right.
And being able to
Absolutely,
bounce that
working
off. Yeah. Well, we wanted to thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you, Paige, for
Thank you, Russ.
taking this journey with us, and we're looking forward to this. And if you guys have questions or concerns, those can be things that you post on here, and we can address in future lives. And then also to schedule an appointment with Paige or for therapy, they can call 304-295-3345. And then we also have our contact information on our Facebook page. Please be sure to give us a like and give us a share. Thanks
Thank you.
everybody for tuning in.
Thank you.